What's up, guys? My name is Khan and we're back today in Scrap Mechanic, and we're finally back in the Logic City. I know it's been a while. I've been very busy with the channel though. We've been posting a lot of videos recently and a little bit more variety. We're bouncing a lot. Why are we bouncing all of a sudden? We weren't bouncing earlier. Apparently there's one bouncy section of concrete right there. Right, anyways, we are back in the Logic City, formerly known as the AI City. And today we're going to be looking at your viewer creations. And the main reason is the city kind of looks a little empty here with just these empty streets. But you can see we've started adding some buildings here. And you guys have done a fantastic job in the Discord submitting your viewer creations. We're going to review them just a little bit at a time, add to the city. And then, of course, I am going to do more episodes. I do still have to show the bus and start putting up bus signs and stuff like that and start doing some stops around the city. So still a lot of work to do. The frame rate actually isn't too bad with all these buildings so far. I don't know how it's going to keep going, but I do want to remind you guys, if you do want to submit creations, of course, you can go to the Discord. There's a drop section there for submitting your creations, and please, I can't stress it enough, make sure you don't put any moving parts on the creations. There's a few of them that have moving parts, which I might have to strip out depending on how bad this gets and everything else, but it's very important to not put moving parts on the creations. And also it's very important to make sure you leave the creation with enough room to be gapped in the grid, just like this one is here. You can see I've welded it at this point, but we have enough space here to walk completely around the grid, and then of course we could add more in here. I know a few people were asking too what mods I use on the AI City. There's only the polygon mods pack, and that is just to get the small motors that we use for the control board. So if you want to use the polygons mod pack, feel free, but I don't really want to spawn any other mods into the city. But anyways, we're going to start looking at these creations here. And this first one that you might have noticed here, it's called the AI City Suburban block by Wootsy. And I thought it was a really nice creation. You can see I put it more towards the outskirts of the city. I figure we're going to have more residential kind of zoning around the outside. But we've got these lovely houses here. And of course, they are just shells, you know, which is great, fantastic. But I love all the detail. It's really quite amazing. I'm terrible at anything aesthetic. And just, you know, even the simple detail like these slope pipe pieces here, just to sort of add that. And you know, the nice roof pieces. The little alleyway here that you can go back into, a chunk that's not painted, but regardless, just really cool. The nice swing set back here with a sandbox. I mean, I'm stuck. It's just really nice to see all the detail you guys can do, even when you're not allowed to use mods. And then of course we go over to this other house, and same thing. We've got, you know, a nice little garage, nice driveway, some you know, doors, nice windows, and the nice potted plants and all that with a nice little sort of like white picket fence. It's really fascinating. I'm not good at any of this. You can see we've got a nice garage here. This is it's the food mart. Okay, so this is the delivery. So I'm gonna have to start cutting into the sidewalks here. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that yet. I'll probably just cut down into the sidewalk and maybe put some slope pieces, but I'm not sure if we're ever going to really have delivery trucks or not. I mean, I'm open to your guys' opinions on that one as well. We could try and do some delivery truck kind of things. We'd have to have very specific instructions for how to get into these kind of intersections. I don't know what the 0822 stands for, but Food Mart, good place to get your food. Got some vending machines out front, which is great. And then, of course, a lovely gas station, 25-hour gas station. It's very important to know that they are open the 25th hour of the day. I have never been able to do aesthetically pleasing stuff in Scrap Mechanic. I know a lot of people do. It's never been something that I'm good at, and it's just really amazing to me, even like using simple pipe pieces like this just to make these awesome sort of designs. It's really quite well done. And 350, so I'm assuming this is let me see, 350. That wouldn't be Canadian gas prices. American gas prices, I think, are cheaper than that. I honestly don't know who has gas prices that are like 350. Regardless, the gas price is 350. So this next creation here is obviously it's pretty red. It's pretty nice. I really like it. It's the I believe it's a factory template. The factory template made by Toxic. And I think it looks great. Now this is one creation where I did have to actually trim the sidewalk because you made it just slightly too big. You made it so it perfectly welded in, but I of course want to have this disconnecting beam here so that all the creations are separate. But I love this outer fence. I really like the look of this outer fence. It's got like these slope pieces on the top here kind of, and then this thin section. I think it looks really great. And we can just go inside here. Now it is just a giant empty factory. I mean, we could probably, you know, put some machinery in there, of course, if we wanted to, but, you know, to save lag, I think I'll probably just end up putting some doors or something, like some fake doors on either end, just so you can't see into it. But really, really nice, and just a simple piston here so we can go up into these rafters. But this building I could think of using for other things other than the city. For example, if we wanted to get, depending on where the scrap mechanic devs go, if they can get to the point where you can automatically build stuff and automatically weld stuff, I don't know if they ever will, but if they do, it would be pretty cool to be able to do that. I don't know why there's a... Okay, that's to push something off. Does this work? Oh, this is a working forklift? Are you serious? I didn't even notice this before. Okay, how do I disconnect it? Where are you connect? Oh, perfect. You put a working forklift? Oh, and a box. There's a box too. Amazing. I'm probably gonna have to despawn these. I didn't even notice these before. Okay, this is a slow forklift. This is a slow... yeah, you can see it bouncing. Probably gonna have to start disconnecting all the extra pieces, like moving forklifts and stuff. I didn't even notice this. I was welding this down, didn't even realize this was there. Okay, so I can tilt that. So how do I get... Can we pick up the box? Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good. Okay, we've got a shelf here. Can I zoom in here just a little bit? And what's the up button? Oh, that's the up button. That's kind of, actually, that looks really cool. It's a cool way to do it with the piston kind of hidden in behind there. Looks like you've actually got the proper mast. Okay, and then 2. Okay, sure. Oh, and then I see. Okay, yeah, it's the box pusher. Gotcha. And yeah, just a nice little warehouse that we've got in the city, kind of closer to the downtown, but not really. I mean, the city's not really going to have a very large downtown per se, but, you know, I think it's a pretty cool creation. And of course, sent in there by Toxic. I think the next most obvious building is this tall one here. It's called the AI City Skyscraper, made by Jonathan. And I think this is an amazing building. Now, this one does have a lot of connections, I think, for all these lights. So I might have to strip all that out at some point in time. Right now, the frame rate is still pretty good, but I'm worried that as we start spawning more and more things, I might have to start stripping these out. But he's also got a lot of interior in here, like not completed interior, but he's got a full stairwell. We'll get in there in a sec, but he's also got this tiny little shop out here, which I thought was really cool, and has a little moped, again with an infinite stabilizer to keep it level, but nice little sort of moped type motorbike thingy. And of course we've got a nice little shop in here. I think it's supposed to be like a coffee shop. Got a vending machine, and can we just jump in the back here? Oh, of course, there's a... Yeah, no, that would have worked. And then I think this is supposed to be like a little cash register, and a door out the back that goes to the dumpster. Really just a lot of awesome detail. Again, depending on how the lag gets, we might remove these bearings, just leave the dumpster, like, you know, constantly open or something. In the same sense, remove some of these other controllers, leave the doors open, or just have the doors closed. But regardless, I still like the detail, and for now it doesn't seem to be causing too many issues. But if you guys are submitting things, I do encourage you to try and minimize the amount of bearings you use. Like here, for example, I might just replace that with some slope pieces, because again, the more bearings we have on this world, the worse it's going to get as we start adding to the city. But right now, no issue. Got this nice revolving door. I don't know how it opens. It doesn't open. We can go inside here. And I love this interior. It is extremely detailed. Tons of lights, which is just crazy. Like, look at this. We can just turn on all the lights in this building. And see, I don't know what that's supposed to do. I think it's supposed to do something to the door. But anyways, I really love the look on this like sloped glass piece. It really actually does look like an office building. And then of course we can go upstairs. I don't think there's is there an elevator? Is this? No. We can just go way upstairs. So we can just do the extremely long climb. And we've got some nice empty rooms, which is good. Keeps the lag reduced. And we can just keep climbing this stairwell. And of course you can see really just how far up we're going on each level. I'm really a big fan of the interior design of this stairwell, to be honest. I mean, my buildings are always terrible compared to the stuff that I see you guys putting on the workshop. And it's always really impressive to me how we are all given the same basic blocks, but yet some people can just make it look much more like it's supposed to, if that makes any sense. I don't ever... Okay, that's, Okay, can I get up on the roof? So let's just cut a hole in here for now. Oh, I think that is supposed to open. Well... Sorry, Jonathan, but there's now a hole in your roof. But anyways, up on the roof, lovely skyscraper. I really think this is a great build. Again, a lot of connections, so I might have to remove the connections and remove some of the lights if the game gets really, really laggy. But overall, just an awesome creation, and it's really nice to actually start having some height to the AI city. We're going to get some more creations too that have some altitude as well. But you can see there, we still have a lot of grid to go, and a lot of suburbs over here. So we still got more creations that have been submitted on the Discord. But of course, if you guys do want to make more shells of buildings, even if they're simple, you know, and just are painted or whatever, eventually we're going to get the city just completely filled and have all the grids, and it'll look fantastic. So because this road comes to a T intersection here, I actually added a chunk of concrete in between each of the buildings. I might end up painting this or putting parks on it as well. I'm not really sure yet what I want to do with these, but these will end up becoming pathways or something like that. But over here, we've got the AI City Misc block by Mike Creation. So this is just, he calls it Misc. I think it's got some, I thought it was a little bit of kind of like a downtown sort of block. It looks like townhouses almost, or like flats or something, I guess. I don't know what they're called. Townhouses, they're like connected. And then it seems like he's got like a toilet, bathroom, hardware store type shop here, which just seemed very downtownish. Nice little, you know, downtown alley. The nice fire escapes here. I really like this. It looks so great, and we can actually get up in here, and we can climb up. Oh, if I can. Okay, well, you're supposed to be able to climb up if I knew how to play this game, but just really, again, guys, the detail you guys put into this stuff is just amazing. And then, you know, we could be Spider-Man and be like all parkour and parkour. Oh, parkour. All right, but anyways. We can, it's just really, really cool, the design. We've got nice garages here on these flats, and yeah, just look at the detail in all these. I mean, we've got, you know, using stuff like the windshields for the door covers, and I love this one because there's no connection points. It's just, you know, nice little, I think it's like a hot dog cart maybe or something, or a coffee vendor, something. But overall, just a really cool creation. And then over here, we've got a fire station as part of it, which is really cool. I think that's what he said it was supposed to be, is a fire station. So we've got just a door, a couple garage doors, and then of course another little alley back there, and then another sort of I think this is another shop type building. I can't remember, or no, just another like kind of apartment type building. I think looks like it's supposed to be that. You can come up here and, you know, buzz for your person, or it looks like an apartment building, one that you'd find in like my city, almost like one of those small like low-rise apartments, you know what I mean? But really just a great looking piece, and I appreciate, Mike, you sending that in. It looks fantastic, and of course no connections just makes it super lag free, which is amazing. So the final creation we're going to look at today is the apartment city shop / apartment block, AI city shop / apartment block, sorry, by Dur Yellowcap. This one was actually on the top workshop creations for a week there a while ago, but you can just see why. Again, very few connection points, but just look at the incredible detail in all this. So he's got a nice corner coffee shop, which I put nicely at the street corner. And then we've got, you know, just apartments here. This looks like, I think, this is like one of those downtown blocks for sure, where you've got the apartments on the upper levels and the stores on the lower levels. Eat Fresh, pretty sure we're going for the Subway advertisements here. You know, with the monetization changes to YouTube, got to make sure we rep the Subway and plug the Subway in. So, you know, Subway, hit me up. And then, of course, we got the nice little parking area back here. I love the graffiti. Like, this is just absolutely amazing pixel art. It seems like you must have used a pixel art generator just to get all the gradients, but really, really cool stuff. But then, of course, you've got the I Love AI City, which is cool. We've got the creepy man staring over the brick wall, and then a big old dang it. Got some fuse boxes back in here, and then this is really cool too. A nice little entrance through the shops to get up to the other side. But we'll go back and we'll keep going around this way. But just the detail is astounding. And then of course, you know, the fire escapes for all the apartment buildings. This is just, it reminds me almost of like a set of buildings in GTA or something, but really cool downtown look. And then of course, it seems like more shops down here or something. That's almost like that one's supposed to be boarded up for like storage. And the nice like curtains using the cables, and then of course, you know, that sort of apartment look. I'm loving the different buildings that you've sort of all built together. And then another red skyscraper type thing with, you know, the apartments on top, jewelry store on the bottom. I love these gated windows, looks absolutely fantastic. Jewelry store is obviously closed, and then of course the entrance to the apartments above. Cash bank Cash Bank is now the official bank of the AI City. We're gonna have some more Cash Bank ATMs. I love this name. We've got some ATMs here. Again, just some buttons and stuff for show, but it's great that none of it's connected. Just keeps the lag down. Just a really cool looking building, and of course, using these curved pieces for the pillars just kind of fits that really, really nicely, and of that entrance to the parking. And then finally, we've got the Green Goblin. I think this is supposed to be like some sort of, like, is it a cafe, a restaurant or something? 3-star Green Goblin. I feel like it's supposed to be something fancy, like a restaurant of some kind, like but it's got, like, I don't know, it's got tables on all 4 floors. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be some really fancy cafe or restaurant type thing, but just looks really, really great. And then of course the mini hotel. This looks fantastic. Like, I can't even stress this enough. It's so amazing how you guys do all this aesthetic stuff, and just you can even see the details here. For example, like leaving a gap in behind this door to put the extra handle there. Just really, really well done. And then finally this, which is just really cool. The one spot where there are a few bearings that are just sort of free floating, but making this abandoned building looks really quite great. And if we put some seats down, we're just gonna get up to the top here, because I don't wanna miss out on all the detail. Even though I don't think there's a way to get up here easily, you can see even the detail on the roof. We've got these like pipe structures that looks almost like the steel rebar. You know, the chimney stacks. We've got, oh, what? There's a pool? Oh, that's so cool. There's like a pool on top of this hotel. That's amazing. Anyways, we've got a pool. We've got the roof of this restaurant. We've got some skylights, which, you know, just go to nothing, but just, again, detail. Just very, very simple things too. You know, setting up some barrels to look like, you know, air conditioning type units. This looks like kind of like an air conditioning radiator. More air conditioning. Like, just really, really cool detail. I don't know if there's a way you're supposed to be able to get up here normally. And then, of course, a water tank on top of the buildings and some satellite dishes. But really just an awesome creation. Yellow cap, I think it's just absolutely fantastic. You could put me in a room for 10 days and I wouldn't make something nearly half as good looking as this. So make sure you guys keep sending in your creations. Go check them out in the Discord. Make sure if you like this video and you want to see more of this series to hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'm going to delete these toilets before I forget about them. But make sure you guys hit those buttons down below. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all next time.